And we are in front of the Harrow East with drummer Mark Guiliana, who just finished up 2 sets with Dave Douglas. Mark, first off, congratulations on joining the daddyhood.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah.
And how many hours of sleep are you getting now?
Less than usual, but it's all worth it for sure. Yeah. For sure.
So, again, congrats to you and Gretchen. That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Another musician in the family, maybe.
We'll see what happens. Yeah. He's starting to hit stuff, so you never know. Yeah.
Awesome. And before that, the last time we talked, it's 3 albums that have come out. The Beat Music albums now, the new one, Family First. And just talk about the evolution of your playing, because every project seems it's a new, fresh approach to your work. It's so cool to listen to, but for you to create it, it's got to be a whole nother thing.
Yeah, thanks for that. I think the majority of my output as a leader has been in a more electronic realm, and those previous 2 records solidified that, and it was important to me to make that statement as the first statement on my label. But then I was also anxious to make a very different statement with Family First, which is the first time I'm presenting my music in an acoustic setting. So that's actually, for me, in regards to my timeline, the acoustic influences came first. So it's really important to me, and it's kind of a tribute to my influences of jazz and improvised music and my heroes in that world.
And who are some of your heroes?
Wow, how much time do we have? For the drummers, it's Tony Williams and Elvin Jones and Max Roach and Art Blakey and Roy Haynes. The list goes on and on. John Coltrane, it's Miles. I guess it's a list that a lot of people share, but it's there's still a few records that I heard when I was just getting into jazz. Specific Miles records or Art Blakey records that I still return to that give me this feeling a very similar feeling to what I had the first time I heard them. And it's really that feeling that keeps me going and keeps me inspired. And again, I wanted to try to humbly make my own statement in that world.
We're speaking with Mark Guiliana here on Jazz 90.1. So what were some of those albums that you go back to time and time again to help you refire the juices?
Yeah, the short list would be John Coltrane, Love Supreme, Miles Davis, Nefertiti.
Ooh, interesting.
Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, Free for All.
Oh, yeah. My favorite album of all time of theirs.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, for me, a few, 6 months ago, I had this moment where I said, okay, why don't I own every Art Blakey record that Wayne Shorter is on? I need to have all of these. So I did some research, and in one night, thanks to iTunes and whatnot, it's easy to obtain. So I spent some money, and since then it's been really doing some research and getting inside those, because that's my favorite version of that band with Wayne and Freddie and Curtis Fuller. So there's a Roy Haynes record that I keep going back to called Out of the Afternoon, one of my favorites. And that's the short list for now. It's
a pretty impressive short list.
Yeah, well,
especially Free For All. A lot of folks don't usually pull that one for their favorite Art Blakey go-to album, but that album with Pensativa and the title track and Hammerhead.
Hammerhead is the shuffle of all shuffles. I mean, if you said you'd be able to play that shuffle but nothing else on the drums, I'd take it. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
We're speaking with Mark Guiliana. Mark, who are some of your non-jazz, quote-unquote, non-jazz influences on drums or music in general?
Yeah, I started playing drums when I was in high school in the mid-'90s. So it was really what was on MTV and stuff like that. So it was Nirvana and Red Hot Chili Peppers. So Dave Grohl and Chad Smith, respectively. And from there, guys like Steve Gadd, a Rochester native, Vinnie Colaiuta, a few of those drum heroes. And then I really got into electronic music as well. So more records that didn't really feature live drumming, but guys who were programming and things like that, like Aphex Twin and Square Pusher. It was really refreshing to hear a non-drummer's perspective, and quite humbling to try to reproduce those sounds on the acoustic kit.
We're speaking with Mark Guiliana. Name of the new album is called Family First. Mark, to find out more about you and where we can go, where can we go?
Just go to markguiliana.com or just look for me on any of the variety of social networks. I do my best to keep everything up to date, and with Family First, we have a bunch of gigs coming up, and just trying to spread that word a little bit.
Thanks so much, Mark. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.